Last time I played EU4, Lubeck was still in the Hunter. Has the game improved at all? The amount of DLCs for the main thing stopped me from picking it up again. I can quite happily say that EU4 is my favourite Paradox game. I recommend it above basically any other. In fact, I would rate EU4 as one of my favourite games of all time. EU4 and probably Mount and Blade 2 would be number one, joint number one. And yeah, Paradox games are on sale so frequently you can probably pick them up at a steal. I don't think you require the DLC to enjoy this game. They've made a lot of changes to their DLC policy since some of the more problematic ones. For example, you used to have to get Cossacks to get development and estates, but they've since then made both of those part of the base game, so you don't need to get specific DLCs to get specific mechanics. There are some which will make the game more playable. They definitely have a couple of quality of life changes, but as like the base game, it's completely playable without DLCs. And I do have to say, I really do struggle to now recommend DLCs. Not because they're bad, absolutely they're not bad. One, all of the important stuff's in the base game. Two, it's highly dependent on which national ideas and stuff you want. Three, I frankly don't know what is in a DLC versus the free DLC. So I would just wait and try and pick them up. Pick as many of them up on sales as you can. Get one of the big packages. Am I worried that EU4 will not be as good? No. Sorry, EU5. No. Will it lack some of the features of 4? Yeah, of course. I mean, 4 has been in development for, what, 10 years? Did Riga finally peace out? Nope. They're still at it. And Cielon still hasn't been taken back. The rebels are doing their thing. But Denmark's landing armies. Lippe no longer has religious turmoil. That is good for them. Did Mecklenburg ever convert? Yes, it did. Good. Good, 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 good. Can I produce any more units? I can. What do we have here at the moment? I think I'm going to go for another artillery. So we can get those sieges going nice and quickly. Also, Mecklenburg probably, certainly, wants relations improved. Because you are actually in a position to be integrated. If I get your relations to 140, and considering we have improved you by 149, that is eminently doable. Alright, Diplotech, I would like you, so I get 20% trade efficiency. I can now build war galleys, which means all of you are being upgraded. And just with that, I might have been able to beat the Danish Navy. If I had war galleys and they had galleys. Growth of cities attracts serfs. It seems as if the serfs are moving out of the provinces to earn a living in the capital. This is creating turmoil in the country, but the capital may benefit in the long run. Fine by me. Concentrating even more power in Lubeck, which is a level 3 trade city. Go on then, if you insist. Don't mind if you do. I suspect one's going to go on today with Emperor coming out. That's true, they do usually time EU4 sales with new DLCs. Is EU5 confirmed? No. All roads lead to Lubeck. End of the Peasants' War for England. Have they at least vassalized? Yeah, they have. No! Scotland is free and allied to France. The old alliance exists. Scotland! 11. Curse you, Marshall, for bringing that back into my mind again that time. Hasn't left since. Can't wait to see Lubeck's development once Mordred's done with this campaign. Oh, it'll be pretty high. Especially once I've finished off economic ideas and have that 20% cheaper development. Plus the cheaper development from the level 3 trade port, plus the fact it's farmland, which makes it even cheaper. Plus I could turn on Edict if I really needed to and just like drop 1,000 or something. Vicky 2 is one of my favourite Paradox games, but I don't want a Vicky 3. I never played 2 if I'm missing out. Yeah, but you have to remember that Victoria 2 is the last of the old school Paradox games, so its UI is not good. It's an order of magnitude more complicated. Like, it's more comparable with Hearts of Iron 3 than with, say, EU4. Or even Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings is like the first of the new generation. Victoria 2 is the last of the old generation. Is it worth playing, though? Yes, absolutely. One thing which I really like about Victoria, and you can probably still do, though I don't know how rigorously it's updated, but there is a mod which basically allows you to convert an EU4 game into Victoria 2. So you can effectively continue into the industrial era. It's a really good conversion mod, and I would highly recommend you play EU4 and then convert the 1821 save into Victoria 2 and continue playing. It's also a surprisingly good way of learning the game to do that. The reformer John Calvin has been spreading his unique religious views in Geneva for many years. As our nation turns more and more against the Catholic Church, the desire for a spiritual leader in Geneva grows. The majority of the Grand Council has voted to create such a title and appointed John Calvin to the position. Wilfred Wilter has the authority to intercede in the Council's decision to remove Calvin from power, but doing so would greatly upset the Reformed population living in Geneva. Why am I getting this event? I'll do nothing. I will split Geneva out of Switzerland. Did that actually happen? No, it didn't. Okay. Didn't cost me anything. Did it at least make them reformed? Yes. It did. So Geneva is a centre of Reformation, so is Friesland, so is Amsterdam. Although Holland is still Catholic, interestingly. Wonder how long that's going to last. This war is still ongoing. But Denmark is slowly but surely clawing it back. Yeah, there was definitely nothing for me in this fight. At all. But yeah, apparently Riga wants to just completely bleed out rather than piecing Denmark out for a couple of gains probably up here. Although actually if they take anything from Denmark then they are no longer a trade league city. And they would have to survive, they're on their own. Trade conflict against Saxony, they are blockading us. Saxony?! Am I still your rival? No. Alright, waste your trade efficiency then. Fine. I'm not going to counter that. And we are very, very, very close to being able to start integrating Mecklenburg, which would be nice. And then I'll finally have doubled my coastline again, like when I acquired Start. That doubled the coastline. And we'll have a grand total of 4 coastal provinces. Although we are probably also going to want to start focusing on Diplo power. You are 50% cheaper? You are. Do I want to upgrade to level 3? No, I don't. Is she cheaper? No. 194. Okay. Mecklenburg. I'm going to need you to go ahead and submit to our will. There we are. There's a fair amount of development there. How much development do we have now? 93, and we're about to get another 9, 20, 30. It's like another quarter. Great Peasant War happened to us. Why? It wasn't a crisis. Why did we get the Great Peasants' War? Am I missing something here? Marshmallows, Craig, Sir Dog in a Wig, and George Nick, thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And then Colinus, this one's for you. As much as I love EU4, will I ever play as not a minnow? I think a series like the Hearts of Iron 4, Italy would be popular. Yeah, possibly. I don't always play as minnows. In fact, there are several times I didn't. Brandenburg, I've done that. I've done France. Done England. Done Scotland. I mean, one of these days I do want to play as Denmark. I really like the idea of Denmark, though probably not right after playing as Lubeck, because they're in the same area. Holland into the Netherlands, that's definitely not a minnow. Oh, it's an Imperial incident. Nope. It's not an Imperial incident. So, how do I get rid of this? Smugglers running rampant. Stop them, or smugglers dominating for 10 years. Now we'll pay the money. Stop them! Ah, and I should also mothball the galleys. And then build a bunch more. Get out of the way. Trying to build some galleys here. Great Peasant War is a nasty uprising most German HRE states, but surely it's a disaster. I haven't had a disaster. Bismarck is... It's next to my fort, but I don't know if that will count. Got the morale tick, which is what I was counting on, and then we just outnumber them. Hopefully we can kill them before they break us. Looks like it. Boom. You're welcome! Maybe because I'm close to Dithmarschen? Yeah, maybe. But again, having an event saying, this is breaking out, rather than you now have this modifier. Enjoy. You're getting buffering, are you? Could be getting Savoy incidents. Why would I be getting Savoy incidents, though? I mean, you're not wrong with the Geneva thing, too. But I haven't even, like, clicked over to Savoy. It's not like I've gone into observer mode. I'm confused. Check the triggered modifiers. Okay. Great Peasants' War. Ah! Is in the HRE, has not enacted Peasants' Republic. Thank you. That would do it. I mean, new games, most of you new viewers don't remember those games. I saw the Knights games, but haven't watched. But many won't have or watch YouTube. I mean, many of those are on YouTube, but yeah, I take your point. Church of Scotland. Oh, damn, I just clicked through it. Is Anglican before England is. Interesting. Very interesting. So I guess Scotland has a choice whether to go Reformed or Anglican. But I thought that that choice was dependent on England being Anglican already. East Frisia will no longer steer trade to me. Why? Oh, right. Because the truce just ended. Election. Okay, so we've got 100%. We could re-elect this guy. He is 42. He's got foreign spy detection reduction, which I think is bad. Where are we with the aristos? So we could re-elect a military guy. Though I think right now, actually, we want Diplo. We are integrating somebody, which means we're not earning a lot of Diplo points, and we are trying to get maritime. So I think it's time for us to get a diplomat. 45-year-old Syndic Philip Alt. Who is a free thinker with idea cost reduction. See, that is a lot better. Now, once Rostock is ours, I think I'm going to build a fort there. I can't build in it right now, though, unfortunately. Military access from England. Well, that depends, England. Who are you fighting? Castile, Aragon, Navarra, Brittany, Savoy, Ferrara, Papal States, Venice, and France. And you want military access through Lubeck. Sure. Bohemia has announced Austria as a new rival. Well, it's not just Dithmarsh, and I know that Friesland is also a peasant republic. And there might be a couple of others scattered around. Those are just the two that I found. Because when I was playing as Holland, Friesland absolutely destroyed me in one of the test games. Because their armies are surprisingly strong, and they are wealthier than Dithmarschen is. With bigger armies. Hamburg, we have improved relations with you to the maximum. Okay. So let's take a look at the possible people that we need to improve with. Riga is dead. Yep, Riga died. You're an idiot. I did all I could. Cleves. Let's improve relations with you. Alright. New thing. Now, what do we want? Discipline. Morale. Oh no, we've already got discipline. Idea cost. Development. So I think the choices here are dev, morale, prestige, or ideas. We are doing a lot of ideas at the moment, probably more so than development. Let's get the idea cost reduction. Riga lives on in our hearts. Nah, it doesn't. Not really. They were stupid, they died. Oh well. Ragusa will be forced to give Savoy 10% of their income every month to pay reparations. So Ragusa finally lost a war. The brave nation that could. See, Ragusa I have some time for. Heated debate. Some members of parliament are having some concerns over regarding our increasingly bad reputation. It's not really a problem. 78 ducats. Make the problem go away. Pay them some money. It's fine. Bremen. Improve relations. Okay. So that means we should probably start improving relations with somebody else. Lippe. Sure. We should probably also double check the allies. Oof, yeah. Brandenburg needs a little bit of encouragement. Probably more so than Lippe. Sorry, Lippe. Whoa, Bohemia. Having some rebel problems there, buddy? Hey, Poland's on the offensive. Cool. How are we doing with Poland? Poland loves us. Fantastic. Muscovy, having a few problems. Not as many as I would like. Sweden, still not enough liberty desire. Like, the second that they go to 50%, I will support your independence. Unfortunately, I can't do it until then. Oh, and we can't do it while we have a truce with Denmark anyway. Drat. Go to 25 galleys. This is going to be 6 over, but when we get Mecklenburg integrated, our naval force limit should even out a bit. Army force limit will most certainly go down, but naval force limit will go up. In fact, we're already over again. We could try and get some regimental camps, which would increase the army force limit. Torachi wants me to drink some tea. That can certainly be arranged. And GW10GT, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Conflict versus Saxony is gone, so they're no longer embargoing us. That's good. Flagship with a module which gives trade power to all the ships in the fleet. Trading galleys. Yeah, not wrong with that. I keep forgetting the flagships are a thing. We could build one. Oh, you can even name it. I don't remember that. Excuse me. So, Brandenburg's being improved with. Let's take a look. What are the options? So, naval tradition from battles, fleet privateering, monthly chances of admiral skill increase, movement on and off of ships, flagship durability, fleet movement speed, blockade impact on siege, engagement with, morale, trade power per ship in fleet, flagship cannons. And I think I will make this into a heavy ship. So we'll go with trade power per ship and fleet. We'll go with durability, because I don't want it to die. And then naval tradition from battles. Or cannon. We'll just make it a bigger gunboat. The Peter und Paul? No. We will call this the Bjornvar. Which has a very high individual maintenance. So be it. Build it. Make it happen. Alright. National decision. Ah! Oh, we only need to order it. We don't even need to build it. Interesting. So the Adler von Lubeck gives us, for 30 years, plus 20% morale of navies, 2% cheaper heavy ships, shipbuilding -10, and Diplotech also down. I don't know that we necessarily want this now. This is the kind of thing we'd want to pop just before a war against Denmark. We'll keep it for now. I'm going to keep on clicking on this button, by the way. It's one of my usual T button, click button buttons. Merge you guys together. Naval development. Diplotech down. Our use of superior seamanship is leading to huge developments in naval thought, which will benefit the fleet for many years to come. Cool. And that's a modifier for what, 10 years? Until 32. So yeah, that's 10 years. And Diplo is expected to come in 31. Alright. Well, at current costs. So it's actually going to be available probably before that. But I can't be bothered to math it and work out how much quicker. Since Johann Burmeister started providing advice for the trade development in Lubeck, internal trade has been strengthened at the cost of curtailed imports and increased state regulation. While the decisions to improve infrastructure has been appreciated, recent suggestions have caused many influential people to question their philosophy. They argue that the Syndic is taking Johann Burmeister's advice too readily and that we should look for mutually beneficial deals with other nations rather than seeking to dominate every area of trade. Nah, he's been good. 5 tradition for 2 mercantilism. Sold. Swanu and Poop Computer. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Now, is there anything else that we want to be building up? More workshops? No. Churches? Possibly. Manpower hasn't been a huge issue. The only thing which I think we could potentially do with would be regimental camps. Man, they're expensive, aren't they? Interesting. Speed 4. Sorry, didn't realise we weren't on it. And it looks like they got the capital back again, unfortunately. Morale of armies. No, those are really expensive, so we'll take the reinforced speed. I like being wealthy. I like having spare money, which I can throw at people. Clev's relations are improved. Now, we probably need to start taking a look at other nations which may want to join the Trade League. So Dortmund and Oldenburg. Oldenburg in particular would be a good one. And we'll take Dortmund too, sure. Now, are there any others which would be close? Nuremberg, Rothenburg. Soldiers from a certain state are causing problems among the League's armed forces, refusing to honour requests from cities with which they have long-standing feuds. This has escalated into an informal power struggle within the military, for nothing but prestige and bragging rights, which could have consequences for morale. Have the troublemakers taste the whip publicly, Dortmund gets pissed, or boys will be boys, we lose morale of armies for 10 years. No, whip them. Whip them back into shape. Ah, we can re-establish our alliance with Holland. Now, is there anybody else that we'd rather ally with? Which would be in reach? Burgundy? Nah, Burgundy's kind of dangerous. Danzig. has already lost Danzig, so there's no real interest to me. I think that an alliance with Holland would be good. Although we are already over the diplomatic relations limit, do we necessarily want another? No, I don't think we do. Red Octobear coming in with a 6-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there. What? It's been 6 months already? What is time? Thanks for everything you do. You are more than welcome. Always a pleasure to have you here watching. Alright, so Denmark has embargoed us. We can re-establish our embargo of Denmark. Oh no, we're still embargoing. So I guess us doing a white peace counts as a win. Because we held. And there it is. Mecklenburg has been taken. Denmark is apparently no longer a legitimate rival. Because they're too big or because they're too small? Not quite sure I follow. Denmark warns us. Aww. And now let's take a look. What can we build? Shipyards! Get me more naval force limit. We're building 32 ships now. Naval force limit's still only 20? Really? That's remarkably low. Brandenburg, Bremen, Brunswick, Hamburg, Wolgast, and... Really? Brunswick is available again? So I got more... Wait, did it count? I counted as being more powerful when Mecklenburg was a vassal, that's why. Well, let's make it Brunswick and then go and punch Brunswick again. Let's get some more power projection. Hell, we could even take Hanover. What state is Hanover in? It's in the wrong one. It's not as useful as some of the others. I think that will change when the autonomy of Mecklenburg changes. Oh yeah, somebody in the comments was asking about autonomy. 59, 59, 59. So it looks like 59 is the autonomy that they get when they become ours. Did we state them? Yes, because they're part of Lubeck and it's already stated. Now we're just missing out on Prignitz. But yeah, the value definitely went down. Interesting. Well, I'll cancel the embargo because I don't want to lose the trade efficiency. Now, truce with Denmark has ended. Now, I think the best opportunity to go against Denmark is when they attack one of my minions. Unfortunately, they've taken the only one that they're likely to go after anytime soon, so what we really need to wait for is a war between Denmark and Muscovy, or possibly Denmark and Poland, although I don't know just what kind of shape Poland will be to do that. Because they seem to be struggling quite heavily against Galicia, which is mind-boggling. Ah, and we have extra troops. This is definitely over our force limit, so we'll get rid of those 3. And that should, yeah, improve our finance. Cool. Anyway, I think I'm going to call the stream here because I am starting to flag really, really hard. I definitely did it a bit too hard over the weekend and then getting the recordings done for this morning for people to actually watch on YouTube was kind of crazy. So I'm going to call this stream here so I can get a bit more rest, and I'll be back again tomorrow with a double. So tomorrow I'll be streaming again at 5 PM BST. I do hope that you'll join me for that. So if you haven't already, then you should definitely be like PC Javs and hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you really enjoyed this, do consider subscribing. It helps channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Or you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which I have at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which is where you can find the beginning of this series. That's on youtube.com/MordredViking. And then finally, there is a Discord, which you can find at the link, which I'm sure, chat has brought up. Thank you very much. That is where you will find the community. They're a very cool bunch, and it's always a real pleasure to see some new faces there, so please do come and join us. I'm just going to take a quick look to see if anybody else is streaming. Oh, hey, Rose is. Let's go raid Rose. Yeah, let's go raid Rose. Enigmatic Rose is an awesome streamer. She is currently playing EU4, doing the preview of Emperor. So head on over there, say hello from Mordred Viking. I would absolutely love to see Rose's chat completely lit up by the Viking raid. So if you are able, then hit that copy and paste. And if you are a subscriber, then use that one and you get the emotes as well. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Really do hope you've enjoyed this. Voldus, thank you also very much for the follow. I'll be back again tomorrow, 5 o'clock PM, British summertime, for some more Europa Universalis IV, and I'll probably be doing it for the rest of the evening. In the meantime, if you have not checked out the beginning of the series I've been playing today, you can find that on youtube.com/MordredViking, and I will also be uploading the multiplayer footage up onto YouTube probably this evening at some point for tomorrow. Or you can, of course, check out the VOD. It was a fantastic game. If you haven't had the opportunity to check it already, I would heartily recommend you do, because it is definitely worth it. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.